everyone, welcome back. So, Isake Office Worker, the Other World's book, Depend on the Bean Counter Season 1, presents an interesting premise but ultimately struggles to deliver on its core ideas, especially when it comes to romance. The story follows Kondo, an ordinary office worker who is accidentally transported to another world while trying to save a girl named Wow. She quickly revealed to be a prophesied holy maiden destined to save the kingdom. Kondo, however, finds himself without a clear role, so he does what he knows best. He becomes an accountant. Using his workaholic mindset, Kondo begins reorganizing the kingdom's chaotic financial system. It's grounded and surprisingly refresh angle for an Isake story, but the series quickly shifts focus towards its central relationship between Kondo and Aresh, the head of a holy order of knights. At first, this dynamic seems promising. When Kondo falls ill due to his body's inability to handle magic, in Indolark steps in to care for him. This setup suggests a story about learning self worth, slowing down, and forming a meaningful connection. However, that promise quickly unravels. Indolark's concern soon turns into something far more troubling. What begins as protectiveness escalates into possessiveness. He insists on being the only one to allowed to care for Kondo, grows jealous over minor interaction, and ultimately crosses a major boundary by forcibly relocating Kondo into making his own home without consent. What makes this worse is how the series frames it. Rather than presenting these actions as unhealthy, the narrative treats them as romantic, suggesting that Kondo should feel grateful for such devotion. This portrayal turns what could have been a nuanced relationship into something deeply uncomfortable, undermining the emotional core of the story. Outside of the romance, the series does attempt to explore the other ideas. Kondo's role in the accounting department introduces a light mystery element. As he examines the kingdom's finances, he uncovers inefficiency and begins questioning long standing tradition, including the summoning of the Holy Maiden itself. This aspect of the story is arguably its strongest. It highlights how people can become blind to flawed systems simply because they have always existed. Kondo's outsider perspective challenges these norms, leading to moments of tension and revelation. Still, even this plot hole struggles to fully engage. Much of that comes to Kondo himself. Despite being central to the story, his personality remains flat, making his discoveries feel less impactful. The supporting cast doesn't do much to compensate either, leaving the narrative without a strong emotional anchor. Visually, the series is equally underwhelming. The animation gets the job done but rarely stands out. Occasional magic elements add some flair, but overall world and character design fail to leave a lasting impression. In the end, Isake Office Worker Season 1 falls short of its potential. Its prominent storyline, the romance, come across as toxic rather than compelling, and while its secondary ideas show promise, they lack the depth and personality needed to truly resonate. It's a series with unique concept but one that ultimately leaves more to forget than to remember. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.